Hello, everybody! Welcome to the bonus Friday night, very late night edition stream. It is 20 minutes to midnight here, but there is a reason why I'm up. But hello, Lakaya! You feeling pretty good? Just some pizza. What kind of pizza did you get? And also hello to Zephyr's Rude, and hello to everyone else who may be here. I'm going to turn down this music in my ear because, oh my goodness, that's actually quite loud for me at this hour. I feel like an old man saying that. So, I wasn't actually going to stream tonight, but basically in, 2 hours and 20 minutes time is the Final Fantasy XIV Fan Fest. Now, there's a lot of things going on at that Fan Fest. It's this huge thing if you don't know, but it's usually started off with the keynote, where they're going to talk about various things about it all. One of them being they tend to show off the trailer for the next expansion at these things. When Shadowbringers was coming out, they did 3 trailers where it's like FanFest USA, FanFest Europe, and then FanFest Japan. Slowly revealed a bit more and more of each trailer. I think Endwalker, because of COVID, they had to cancel 2 of the fan fests. So they did a short trailer at one and then did an online special thing where they revealed the full trailer, which was quite nice. So I'm expecting to see the first peek of the trailer tonight, and I'm kind of thinking to myself, do I stream the trailer? Do I not worry about it? So, yeah, we'll see. I'm pretty sure I'll load up the stream and it's either I'll end the stream early or I'll go, wow, look at this, and be all excited. I mean, I'm not quite up to date with the story. I am a bit behind by, I think, 1 patch. I think just 1. But yeah, I'm a bit behind with the story. However, I think I have gotten mini spoilers on who you fight, so, you know, I can piece together what may happen. But still, I'm excited just to see it. And a sweet chili chicken and all the meats one. Oh, the sweet chili chicken sounds amazing. I love sweet chili. It is my favorite topping. I even found that if you have, if you ever cook with mincemeat and you have leftover mincemeat, my favorite thing is you get some bread, you toast it up, so it's not fully cooked, but it's like crunchy but still soft in the middle. Put a bunch of the mincemeat on that, a little bit of cheese and some sweet chili sauce, then you microwave it to re-soften up the bread, but it still has that crunch, and it just tastes beautiful. Absolutely love it. Would definitely recommend it. But before this music kicks in, let's jump into the game. Wait, where's my music? In-game noise. Here he is. Here's our boy. Give a bow to us all. Ah, and welcome everyone. Oh, I'm so happy to be here. I kind of wish I had... Wait, maybe this is it? There's the wave. Hey, say hello. Is that Chaotic Koala? It could be. It is a very lovely koala. I absolutely love it. Ah, my character looks cute. Oh, thank you, and hello, Figs. Good to see you as well. I kind of based this character to look off like as close to my VTuber as possible, but at the same time, like, here's a Makote, because the Hyo was cool, but Makote are rare. Oh, as a quick thing, I did a little bit of off-screen grinding. As you can see, I got 27,000 gil. This isn't because I was killing monsters. Rather, in our challenge log, when you complete tasks, you get 10,000 gil. And for the gold saucer, I cleared just about everything. Not the chocobo races, those are annoying, but I cleared just about everything else except for Mahjong. So I played Lord of Dominion enough times. I came second in a tournament, played a bunch of Triple Triad, did a bunch of gates and mini games, and all of that was so that I could get our brand new shield. And what shield is that, you may be asking? Nothing. It is quite literally called, like it changes in a second, the Divine Beast Shield. Or I could have gotten the Emperor's New Shield. It's a shield that's invisible, so your Paladin or Gladiator doesn't have a shield on them. Did someone say Mahjong? I have no clue how to play Mahjong, by the way. Not saying that just because you're a cat boy too. Fellow cat. I mean, I've never really played as, and this is going to be both obvious and also not so obvious. In this game, I've never really played as a male character. My first character was the original temporal character. It's where the temporal name came from. It's a female, Aura. Absolutely love her. She terrifies me. And then I thought, you know what? It's time to play as Nyx. So I absolutely love how it's coming along so far. And I'm going to keep it as a trope that I have the Divine Beast Shield. Because I think I did use a Gladiator with this shield once before. Did a single dungeon, and oh my goodness, people panicked so much, going, dude, your shield! Oh, why does the tech not have a shield? Put on a shield! I'm like, guys, I've got a shield. Yeah, that's kind of why I want to go with it. The other reasoning is going through my temporal characters. So Nyx being me, basically since playing Final Fantasy V, I always loved being red mage and blue mage. On a DS game called Final Fantasy Explorers, you could combine the jobs and use any skills from other classes. So again, I mixed red and blue mage. And I just nicknamed it the purple mage because purple is my favorite color and that's what you get. But part of it as well was I wanted someone who used magic with a single sword. Essentially a rune blade, I believe the term was. However, we never really get that. When creating other characters, I have another one called Zeke, who is the tank, who's meant to be, like, uses twin axes, really tough, and I have used him in a couple other games in the past. So I'm like, well, Nyx isn't going to be a tank, because he's meant to be someone who wants to learn magic. He's medium range, but if he's going to be a tank, he's not going to wear a shield, he's just got, his standalone sword. And so that is the inspiration here. He has his sword and that is it. No shield, nothing else. The only FF game you've played? Really? I would definitely recommend checking out all the different ones because they are amazing. It's like, it just looks weird running without a shield. It was just a very odd little short step going on. Now I think we're up to here. We're going to get our way to Satasha and do our first dungeon, and I am terrified doing my first dungeon as a tank. I know I can play with NPCs now, but how many Final Fantasy games have I played? Okay, I got a question. Does remakes count or remasters count as the same or separate? Because off the top of my head, if we're just counting like between what, like Final Fantasy, let's say 5 on the PlayStation compared to the Super Nintendo, compared to the Game Boy Advance port, the phone port, the Pixel remaster, if those are all just one, then this is going to be super easy. Because I have played and I finished Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2. I played 3, but I didn't get finished through it. I actually got stuck. There was a difficulty spike. I have played 4, and I finished 4 on the DS. 5, I never actually finished. I got close to the end, but a difficulty spike stopped me from finishing it. 6, I actually got lost in the world at I could probably just say, oh, this character left the party, and people were like, oh, I know where that is. But I got lost and could not find the way back to the story, and so I gave up back then. 7, I have finished. Absolutely loved it. Would definitely recommend it, especially since the 7 remake is coming out now. The story is changing in the 7 remake, but they also got a new mobile game called Ever Crisis coming out. It goes through literally everything. And it seems like it's even going to do the post games like Dirge of Cerberus, which a lot of people disliked, but the Final Fantasy VII Dirge of Cerberus game, played it, loved it. I haven't played the I can't remember if it's called Before Crisis or Crisis Core. I think it's Crisis Core. I haven't played it. I got it for PS5. Still yet to put it in and install it, so that's unfortunate. Final Fantasy VIII, I have played and I have finished. I don't buy the fan theory of, oh, I think the main character's dead the entire time. No, I don't think that's the case, because the game kind of spells out exactly what happens, but people would have a fan theory that is interesting, but it's not quite there. Final Fantasy IX, I've never played it. I actually bought it for the PS4, but I haven't actually played it yet. It's on my playlist. Final Fantasy X, I actually finished that recently. Very fun game. 10-2, I've never actually finished the whole, you got to do everything perfectly to get 100% completion, and the fact that if you miss talking to a single character in any of the parts, you're never going to get 100%. That was annoying, so I never actually finished 10-2. Final Fantasy XI, which is another online game, I have played it very minimally, but this was back when I couldn't really afford online subscriptions, so I never actually stuck with it, and these days it's a very downgraded online game. Final Fantasy XII, I have finished it, not the original, but the remake that came out, the Zodiac Age. I put it off playing it for about a year because I started off as a red mage. My brother's friend said, no, you chose the worst job class, you ruined the game for you. But I later found out, no, red mage is very overpowered at the start until you get your second job class, and that's where you can pick something else, and it made the game a lot easier. Turns out my brother's friend is just a bit of a jerk at times. Final Fantasy XIII, I got stuck against one of the bosses, so I never actually finished it. My brother beat the boss, and then I felt terrible, because like, oh, I couldn't beat the boss. But 13-2, I finished, again, loved it. The ending of the game was just perfect. Lightning Returns, I know people had issues with that, but again, loved it. It was very fun because people said, oh, it's time management again, where you've only got like, I think it's like 13 in-game days to do everything, but you just beat 1 or 2 monsters, and then you can use an ability that pauses time for an in-game hour, and then in that time you beat 2 more enemies, and it's like I had an in-game week, like 7 days, more than half my game time. I just had to keep sleeping at the inn because I had absolutely nothing to do. Yeah, I even followed a guide and going ahead, like just so that I could do this sort of stuff. 14 is the one I'm playing right now. Absolutely love it. Great story. It gets very expensive, especially to finish it all. So unless you commit to this game 100% of the time, it is very hard to actually, get to the end and not pay a lot of money. Final Fantasy 15, people had gripes about it. I never played the final DLC. I kind of hated the fact that to get the full story, they were planning on DLC, and a couple of the bonus DLC they were planning on never actually got released because of the poor sales. So the episode for Luna Freya never came out, and there was another character who was meant to have their own story to explain them. That DLC never came out, so we're just kind of left on cliffhangers on that. Currently playing through Final Fantasy 16. 16 is amazing. I am really very much loving it. I'm getting close towards the end. The character Goose, nothing better happened to him. Only good things to him, please, developers. Let's see. Apart from that, there is Final Fantasy IV After Story or After Years. I haven't actually played it. I kind of want to because it explains what happens later on in the series. It would be cool to see. There was the mobile game Mobius Final Fantasy. I never got to finish the story before they closed the servers. I'm devastated about that. That was a very fun game. It had gacha elements. I did put money into it. Record Keeper, where it explains different bits about it. That and Brave Exvius. I never finished them, but then again, they're mobile games designed around gacha. You're not meant to ever finish them. On the DS, I remember there was Final Fantasy Explorers, which my brother and I finished because at the time we were at uni. We had an hour-long train trip to and from uni, and so we were just playing this game, which acted, I want to say, kind of like a Monster Hunter, but Final Fantasy themed. You could actually recruit different monsters and bring them with you, and that was just a ton of fun. I had a lot of different things with that. What other Final Fantasies are there? Like, I do know there are other spin-offs. If I go... Those are all the ones off the top of my head. Oh my goodness, you're a veteran. But yeah, there is a lot of Final Fantasy games. If I look up a list... Okay, I see what's happening here. So there was Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Main series related games, 10 2, the 4 after years. Final Fantasy Grandmasters, apparently it's a spin-off. Oh, okay, Grandmasters was a game that was meant to be like tied to 11, but that's since closed down, Japan only. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. It changes up how, like, it's an alternate universe prequel to the original game. That was very fun. It's similar to Dark Souls before, going to Dark Souls. I sucked at the game, like, majorly. I kind of want to go back and play it on regular difficulty now. Final Fantasy Tactics, I never played. I kind of want to. I think I got it on something. I remember finding it somewhere. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, a Game Boy Advance game. Really fun. Loved it. It was a very, really good story, even though I only ever used, 6 people in the team. A lot of people say you shouldn't do that. You should team up a whole bunch of them. Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions, which is an updated version of the Tactics. I do have that on PSP, never played it. Tactics A2, which is Advanced 2. I played a bit of it, but I never actually finished it because I didn't actually have I couldn't actually get the game over here in Australia. Nowhere was selling it. So I played a little bit of it on a game cart, and I felt so bad about pirating the game. Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings, which is similar case. I never got to play it. Apparently there's a game called Fortress, a spin-off sequel to 12. Ah, okay, that was cancelled. Never mind then. Tactics S, I've never heard of it. Apparently it's a mobile game exclusively for Japan. Okay. For Final Fantasy VII, there was Before Crisis, which was a mobile game. I thought that was the name of the anime series, but I guess that's different. Mobile game you can never play anymore, and people can only create replicas, in a sense, as actually lost media. There was a snowboarding game, which you can't get. Again, lost media. Dirge of Cerberus, which was PS2, people didn't like it. I liked it. Crisis Core, there was the G-Bike remake. First Soldier, which was a Fortnite sort of Final Fantasy VII game, which is now closed down after 2 years. Again, sucks, but it's what happens when you do a first-person shooter and go mobile only. Final Fantasy Type 0, which was meant to be a side universe story thing for 13. I got halfway through that, then I stopped, and then got stuck in it. Kind of just scrolling down past the ones where it actually does make sense. There was a arcade beat 'em up spin-off of Final Fantasy 15 called A King's Tower. I finished that, it was very short, came free with 15. Yeah, that was all the Brave Exvius games. There is a lot in the Chocobo series, and I honestly cannot name all of them because rather than list each game individually, Wikipedia just calls it Chocobo series. And then you have to then look through the list yourself. Crystal Chronicles. I played Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles on the GameCube. I don't think I actually finished it, but that was a good game. Crystal Chronicles Ring of Fate. I do believe I finished this. It was a DS game that was kind of odd, but still, I liked it. My Life as a King, amazing WiiWare game. You are not able to get this anymore legally because it can only be pirated because the Wii store is closed and never came out on disc. In it, it was like a little town builder. You had little plots, and then you go, oh, I need to build a shop. You place down the shop, and yeah, the person's like, oh, this shop's going well, I can sell potions. And then you would place down a house nearby, and it's like, okay, that person in that house may see this shop as their favorite shop. They may purchase things from here more often. But if you put down another shop of any sort of type next to that one, like next to the person shop, so let's say a blacksmith next to the regular shop, they'd go, hey, we're going to boost up our prices and then have better quality gear for everyone to buy and use. You, as the king, would then send adventurers off to do things. They come back, go, hey, we got these materials, we're going to fill up your treasure coffery, and we're going to then be paid a living wage. But if they weren't getting enough money, they couldn't buy things if you stacked too many shops close together. So a shop could be like, I got the best weapon in the series, and it's going to cost 200,000. You would have to play the game for literal weeks for one of your characters to be able to buy that. So you had to kind of plan things quite well. Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time. I believe I played this one. Try and look see if Wikipedia's images. They don't. I know I owned it. It was fun. A lot of these just comes down to it was fun. That's it. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles My Life as a Dark Lord. Same universe as My Life as a King, but it's a tower defense where you actually had your tower build up with monsters and whatnot. I never actually got to play it. It was too expensive, and of course I can't play it anymore because Wii Shop is gone. Crystal Bearers. It completely changed how the Crystal Chronicles universe worked. Instead of being very cartoony, they went for a bit more realism. I can't remember how far I got into the game, and then I stopped. That was disappointing. I don't think I actually have my copy anymore. I think it got damaged in floods and it got destroyed. Then there's the Dissidia series, which is a fighting game. There isn't really there is a story, but I never really did the story. I just battled with my favorite characters through both Dissidia 012, and Dissidia NT. I think NT I did the story, and I could only beat one of the summons. Final Fantasy Explorers, which was the DS game which I really liked. Wish it had a sequel. Theater Rhythm, which is a music rhythm-based game. I played the original. I'd never played Curtain Call. Yeah, I think that's where it went. And I want to get the newest one because you choose what characters you want and you just play to the music of the series. Huh, strange. It was a Final Fantasy Unlimited game on mobile, but in Japan only. I can't remember Google that. World of Final Fantasy. You play as twins, where they're normal-looking characters, and they can turn down to chibi-looking things. And you go to a world where everyone's chibi. You can see all the characters from Final Fantasy there. Again, really great. I actually bought it on the Steam sale. I kind of want to get it. Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, which is a Super Nintendo game. I don't think I ever got to finish that because you could only have one save. Let's see. There was Final Fantasy 4 Heroes of Light. For the DS, I never played that. Same with Final Fantasy Adventure. Airborne Brigade, All the Bravest. I've got worldwide records, but again, not available. Yeah, Record Keeper, Mobius. I've got bundled games. So yeah, that's all of. I've played most of the Final Fantasy series. So That was a very long-winded moment to go through every single Final Fantasy game that my character even went AFK. Apologies. How Crystal Chronicles was good. It is definitely recommended. The original one is difficult because you got to carry around a little chalice with you, so it's best to play with someone else. Because otherwise it's a constant pick this thing up, put it down, fight the monsters, go back, pick it up, and different things like that. Why not play the rhythm game too? The rhythm game would definitely let you experience some of the best parts of the games, mainly like the music, because the music's quite good. And it is quite expensive. I very much want to get it, but I'm waiting for EB Games Line to have it on sale. But there is a ton of Final Fantasy. Some of the games you can probably finish within a week, but it all depends on how much time you want to put into it as well. Like my main character for 14 here, I have a cumulative playtime of like, I think it was like 380 days. Well, if I do /playtime on here, it says I've played as him for 22 hours and 54 minutes. Not even a day. So, but if you were looking to get into one of the Final Fantasy games, I would recommend, if you have the Xbox Game Pass on PC. Actually, I should probably, before I recommend this, I should make sure. Okay, never mind. It was taken off. Okay, so on the Game Pass, it used to have both Final Fantasy 12 as well as the 13 series. I think 10 and 10-2 were on there as well, but all of them have since been taken off, which is a bit unfortunate, but what can you do? If you have a PlayStation, you may be able to get some of the Final Fantasies through, I think, the second tier of PlayStation Plus. I think it's called PlayStation Plus Extra. I think you can play 7 and 8. 8 is a little bit more difficult because of the junction system. Basically what that was is your summons in that were called the Guardian Force, and you would have to give the Guardian Force to different players, or sorry, different party members. And then each Guardian Force could say, hey, I'm someone who can put up your strength. And then you would have to link a certain magic spell to that strength stat. Certain spells would obviously give more stats than others, but the amount of spells you had on the character also influenced it. So if you, at the very start, had an exploit to get 99 Curaga, you could get thousands of HP. But the downside is, as soon as you use Curaga, your HP is going to start dropping. So you don't want to use your spells, and it was just a very confusing thing. At the same time, if you gave someone multiple Guardian Forces, the Guardian Forces could get jealous and not want to work well. You couldn't focus all of them on a single character, and it was just kind of headache-inducing. 7 is quite fun. If you play the original 7, it is different to how the remake is going, because the remake is taking things slower, and it looks like they're changing what the events are going to be. But in it, there are some exploits that I had discovered in 7 that people still don't want to admit is possible. One of them is, because you could attach different materia to your character, so you could use fire. You could then link it to an all materia, so that fire hits everyone. People say you can either use fire with all, or you could use fire with HP drain. You can't use both at once. But if you have fire connected to all, and then you have a separate fire connected to HP drain, you could then use your weakest fire spell between the two fire materia, hit every single enemy with fire, and also drain their health. People will say that's impossible, but it is a strategy I do, and I did it even quite recently. I thought they finished the 7 remake already. Well, 7 remake part 1 is out. And that ends not even where disc 1 ends on Final Fantasy VII. I believe part 2, people thought that is going up close to where disc 1 was meant to end or something. But it looks like they may be changing the story, but around that story segment is where part 2 is going to happen, and then part 3 still has to come out. Oh, they are taking it slow, but the developers for Final Fantasy VII had actually said for quite a long time they didn't want to do a remake of 7 for the longest time until they were sure something new, like a new Final Fantasy, has actually taken over as the best Final Fantasy. Because in their eyes, if you have the best Final Fantasy game with the best graphics, why would you go for any other Final Fantasy game? This was a common thing they said. I don't know if they actually agreed to start making the remake because another Final Fantasy took over as the best. If it is, I'd say it was 14. But one of the things as well is they were saying they're all getting up there in years, and if they don't do it now, then they're never going to get to do it. And they thought, you know, some of the veterans should be the ones working on this rather than new people who may not quite understand it as well. Which is quite interesting. Well, they are taking it slow, but it is a beautiful game. Anyway, I should probably play. We've been streaming for like 40 minutes. And half of that I was just reading Final Fantasy. But yes, I am very passionate about Final Fantasy. As a quick question, Figs, I don't think I recall. Were you also in Australia? Just out of curiosity. Let's hear for hours hearing you talk about it. Aww. I have a lot. Okay, sorry. I just ran your about thing that you are in Australia. As well. Like, my mum was going, I am pretty sure that's what I read, but at the same time, I don't want to assume because... Well, I was going to say, if you ever play like 14 on like the Rabana servers, or even just in Materia, we can then join up. Because, you know, Catboy, serious? And no, he's not so serious. But basically, like, because 14's online, no one else in this FC or guild is online at the moment, but I'm playing it with Mailman, who is currently online streaming Fallout New Vegas. And I just kind of look and was like, it would be cool to play with more Aussies and do some of the content. You hear about Commodore Rainer's investigation? He'll want to board a ferry bound for airport. Once you arrive in Western Lenosia, though, you'd best pay a visit to Hall of Novas before you blunder into Satasha. Venturers Guild runs the hall, and the folk there will prepare you, train you with skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in Circuit. I will say the only downside with Final Fantasy XIV is it is a game with monthly subscription fees. But I think you can, like, well, I don't think you can. I know you can play the free trial up to level 60 with the expanded free trial, including both A Realm Reborn and Heaven's Ward. I gotta say the bad copy pasta. Are you not taking... Oh, I gotta talk to this guy now. This game references so many more Final Fantasy games. Like my minion, I can have Cloud from 7. And he just follows me. Look at that. But, oh my god, I cannot write names. So yeah, Mailman is the one who's currently playing Fallout New Vegas. He's the leader of this guild and another Aussie. And also to the people who are watching me at the moment, be sure to follow Professor Figs. They're a fellow Aussie and they're quite nice. I nearly ran straight into a wall. I got the main character for Final Fantasy V. You ran a little checkerboard. Look at him go! I mean, all good. I do like to support other streamers where I can. I don't have any other Final Fantasy character. I know I got Fran from 12. She's a little bunny girl. And Warrior of Light, who's from the first game. It's like these little minions, they can't really help you with anything. They're just there. But they're adorable. As for the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jacket sent word, he braved the depths of Satasha. Occupants of the cave are rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty. No matter what the epic tales would have you believe, strolling to such a den of savagery alone will be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And they just kind of say, hey, talk to him and he'll teach you how to do content with other people. I'm a little bit of a coward tonight, so I might play with NPCs for the first one. But it's like, as a little fun fact, when I first played 14, like in A Realm Reborn, this is as far as I got in the story. So I was that nervous about playing with other people at the time. And when I finally did go in there, like, I think my graphics card crashed and it glitched up the screen. I'm like, alright, well, I can't play it. Duty overview. So it's just, you can go to dungeons and... I like how it says, I understand what I must do. It's like, you gotta read the terms and services of the dungeons. I haven't done tanking Nakaya. So, I used to play on the European servers where I had like 380 ping. To explain why that's bad, when an AoE circle appears, I had less than half a second to jump outside the circle, otherwise I'd get hit. I'm a little bit over leveled. First few wasn't too bad, but I kind of want to get the hang of basics first. Also, because the thing's in like an hour and 40 minutes and I'm already sleepy, I've got a drink. I didn't wait long enough. I brushed my teeth and now it still tastes minty. Wait, that wasn't my adventurer plate? Oh, wrong button. I designed one. What? Why don't I get to keep it? What happened? It was gonna be a surprise. As I believe this is the strat people usually do. Healers, heal me. I mean, I probably should have just run ahead because NPC healers aren't as good as player healers. They don't show it because people did naughty things with it. What? What's the point of being able to make them? Man, I am devastated. I don't even think I could make a such devastation joke right now. You know what? Alright, I hope. Let's see if this is it. I think this is it. I just wanted the such devastation part, not the second part. I mean, I probably shouldn't be doing this while attempting to tank, but then again, okay, perfect. That is exactly the one that I want. Download the MP3. Alright, give me a moment. Copy, paste, click, downloads. I just need an image. Beep boop. Alright, click here. Open up this. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Such devastation!
I'm gonna have fun with this button. Okay, that silly time's over. Ah, closed up. Alright. You're coming with me. You're all coming with me. One of the Seekers decided to run off. Throw my invisible shield. And the clam's dead. I don't think we need to kill that clam. It's kind of a red... Oh, but there is a treasure coffer. If I keep doing this, the shades all die. Do I want the treasure? What did you see me? Make sure they're coming with me as well. Weaken all the enemies because why not? Oh, I really do miss having allies that just use AoE skills. I feel like I know the basics enough that I can probably take with other people. It's just I feel nervous that people are relying on me. And at the same time, if I was with other people, I wouldn't have this.
Such devastation.
Needs to be louder though. Alright, so 3 coral. Let's try red. I got it right. Oh no! It's a curl. So, Lakai, I don't know how you have your hotbar set up. I know I could have just stunned him there, but I kind of have one, like the first bar is meant to be like my single target skills. Second bar is usually my AoEs. And the third one's usually my buffs and debuffs. So I like to click these. I know that there are probably some players who are like, no! I love it up! There was an attack with a potency of 100. Ah, it's the third part. I can't use it at the moment. Come with me. I want to just kill him now, but I gotta go in there and do that thing. Well, sorry, I wanted to go in there and kill him, but I gotta do... Like, that's the boss. I do like the fact that, you know, the Reaver, I mentioned it last time, I believe. The Reaver is a pugilist and it uses the old skill set. Come along, team. No time to rest. First cooldown. Make them weaker. I don't know why I stunned him, but I did. Yeah, I mean, I guess I shouldn't be mad if they want to use loot breaks. I mean, it makes it a little bit faster. I mean, if I was playing DPS and then used the limit break, I'd be a little bit sad because I'd want to use it. Why'd that give me an Acolyte's robe? I can't wear that. Alright, I know this is something that people get annoyed with, but I want to unlock the map. And I feel like a lot of people just skip through the middle of this area. I should probably... I mean, they had it. Run, little Lullafell! Firefly, get my damage up. Oh, I'm getting low on health. Okay, maybe I'm expecting too much of my NPC healer again. Alright, found the captain's quarters keys. So let's go up into there. But there are doorways over here. And I honestly cannot remember. Key to the hole. I'm just curious what I can find. Impose with the debuff with damage. Hello, my epic rip. Welcome to the channel. How you doing today? Treasure. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, I feel like I made the right call coming in here to save them. I work currently, so I can't hear anything but lurking and supporting. Ah, thank you for the support. I'll do a heart. I like to do little hearts. Shows I love them. I love all my viewers. Especially you. Oh no, they're all fighting. They should all be fighting me. Use all my cooldowns. I mean, I could have just left them be. But that's not the way I do things. At least one of them's dead. I believe it's still more than 3, so I should just still stick to Total Eclipse, because 100... Yeah. Overall, it's more damage. Now it's when I swap. Because I think there's one room where I didn't kill the pirates. They're just going to be sitting there thinking everything's all well. Then eventually it's going to be... Oh, what happened to everyone? Why's everyone dead on the ground? Also, while this battle's going on, because I can still keep pressing buttons. Actually, I think let's just in system. A control type. Then character. Show limited effects. Because that way it's less things going poof. When is the temporal heart emote coming? Do you mean this one? It's my hug C. Because my chibi. I try to draw a chibi drawing. I'm not that good at drawing. Alright, aim this guy away from him. Like, I have a different hug one, which was just my model hugging a heart. But I might actually fully retire it and just use, like, the hug C. I think all but 2 of the emotes I've drawn myself. At least out of the drawn ones, I should... Ah, there are more treasure in here. You two are dead. I want your treasure. Get an attack boost, ready? So now, because I changed the effects, it's a lot less showy on what's going on, but I can at least see the enemy. I recommend I get... Give me the goggles. Yeah, it actually would be better because I'm level 26 now. Those goggles do not look good. They do not suit him at all. I missed it, eh? I mean, I get it. I understand what you're saying, though. I should focus the same one that everyone else is targeting. That way it'll die quicker. Open the gate. And then we sprint. It's just fun to find we got this shield lob skill. It's like, throw your shield at the enemy. It's like, no. I don't have a shield. Alright, I should, again, be focusing on this. Because this among 3 enemies, that's 300 damage, or potency. Whereas Riot Blade goes to 260. I mean, I try to be kind. I've known a lot of people from overseas, and they've always been like self-conscious about if they've got broken English. But to me, it's like, well, I can easily figure out what people are saying. There's no need for anyone to be self-conscious. Unless, of course, someone is insulting someone else's English skills when they themselves are bad. In which case, it's say, you don't have anything to talk about. Yeah, map the area. You're coming with me. Trying to get them into as tight of a bunch as I can. Only one I can't hit because there's 2 archers. This sucks. my attack up. No point in interrupting that guy. He wasn't doing anything, but might as well use it. Oh, that's why these enemies are dying slower. It's because they're attacking. And thankfully, I don't actually need to go over there. I also won't use any of my cooldowns because I know just over there is the boss. I will have a stun one because, again, a bit of a jerk like that. Like, you don't get to use a move. Alright, our first somewhat boss, I guess. You sorry our sporting ground, show walker. It chopped off its head. You know what I say to that, right?
Such devastation.
So there is a strategy you're meant to be doing here, where I believe you're meant to have people stand over the unnatural ripples when they're ready to open. But I know that at least with regular players, you can just ignore it. Because it's starting to open up now. Or at least it's starting to ripple. Eventually enemies come out. Ah, there's actually 3 of them that ripple. Oh, they do come out when you're with NPCs, because we took too long. Oh, and the ads really aren't that strong. That said, I guess it's easy to get overwhelmed. Hey, allies, do you want to use your limit break? But no. You're really just gonna keep building it up. Oh, we got to kill it at least. Then you still make friends if you don't speak the other's language very well. Pretty much like being friends is more a state of mind, more than what you can say. Like you could easily hang out with people and just silently play games, for example. That'd make you friends. Where's the way out? There it is. My treasure! Grimoire and boots. I can use the boots, but I think these ones are actually better. Yep. Everyone agrees you are the best. I mean, that's a pretty good fortune. Oh, just fix up my blanket. It is cold in my office. I just realized I may have the fan going on my microphone. Does that actually come through? Like doing the whole noise, or is it fine? It won't respond to the fortune cookie. It's too late. You've agreed. An adventure plate. But this is my adventure plate. This is what I designed up. Why is this my portrait? Why can't I just... Why can't I just copy this and go paste over here? Like if I click edit portrait, it comes up. But apparently this is different to this. So this is what I worked on. Is XIV still on the table, or is it exclusively Dark Souls? I mean, it's still technically on the table. I'm meant to be putting it up to 300 points when I'm not playing Dark Souls. So it encourages people to come by and use it on the Dark Souls streams. But honestly, I am very lazy. I just can't be bothered going into that menu and changing the price. But yeah, it is... You can redeem it if you want. Alright, edit portrait. Preset. I believe... I've got so many different ones. Alright, it was comic. The accent isn't the balloon. The accent is the Muggles. I couldn't see Muggles, so I'm just going to click through it. Companion buttons, that's the name. And I did it. Exercise. 2 weights. So there's 5 weight lifts for that one exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a third redeem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 15 weights. And a healthy hydrate. I got a bottle of water right here. And that I go hydrated. Very nice, thank you. I mean, I have the weights because, like, my youngest nephew is 1.5 now. Start of the year, I realized he was getting quite heavy to hold on to and lift. So I thought I'd better start lifting weights to get, build up some muscles, just so I can hold my nephew. At the same time, I do not need to lose a little bit of weight. I could be doing a bit more to lose some weight, but yeah, sometimes it's... You easily get stuck into a rhythm. We all know how it goes. I remember zoom, like which zoom I used. Like he more looks there. It's hard to get the exact thing again. There will do. Direction light. If I turn that up. It's not quite the same, but that is close enough. He's thinking about food. So hopefully when I enter an area, that will pop up. Okay, so that's why I clicked edit portrait over here and not making it over here. Wait, I can just import settings from the adventure plate? Done. Done. Now I need to enter another dungeon to see that stuff. Alright, come on, koala. Look at him go! So cute. And then... oh, let's just go back to Limsa. I kind of forgot how simple that first bit was. I need... like, once I reach level 30, because this is a Road to 80 character boost server, at level 8... oh, sorry, not 80. At level 30, you get given, I think, 1 million gil. And I want to buy an outfit for him. That's going to come across as very casual wear. Don't know why I want it, but I know it's going to cost me most of my money. Ah, for me, not the koala, unfortunately. Aye, such a task was on the books. Was, mind. Pray that ship has already sailed, friend. Oh, might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Satasha? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor. None the worse for its voyage. Pity we dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter. The wheel will turn and our chance will come. You're right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers, as yet unborn, to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal? Large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. Wish you fortune in your endeavors, sir. He seemed very nice. I liked him. Back then, eh? With all your limbs and tail to tail, I'd wager. Make yourself super buff. Well, that character you just saw was a Rogadin, who is known to be quite buff. But at the same time, there's also for humans who are known as Hyo, one of the subsets is called Highlander, and they're very buff as well. Biceps will cover the entire screen. Oh my. Gonna be super buff Figs. Like Professor Figs? What are you a professor in? Lifting. It's like, oh. How did you get a professorship in that? Like, by strengthening your strongest muscle of all, your brain. Like, oh, I thought you were gonna say by doing weightlifting, like that too. Strap a weight around your neck. fishbacks. And there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or 3. 7 hours, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes, skelly bastards will chop up your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like you left them in pieces, so I don't suppose they're carrying out whatever mischief they were planning. Unless they was planning on feeding themselves to the fauna of Cetacea, of course. Any road, all's well that ends well. On behalf of Limza, thank you for shedding some light on the mystery. We've lived up to your reputation, and I couldn't have asked for more than that. Now, I'll bet you're dying for rest, but just in case you're not, wonder if you might be interested to take up another job. Just so happens I've added a request for our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems for us folk are in need of a adventurer what can get things done. For them to ask for your help like this, can't bet the task won't be no skip through a sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with the fishback infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shot when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for ye. Barkeepers don't say ye. Party Finder unlocked. Party Finder, a thing that I hardly ever use, tells you people who are currently recruiting for various things. At the moment, there are 5 people who are recruiting for, AFK stuff. Like Forest Valley, who has 2 of them. Huge 30,000 message book event. Okay, so this Sunday the 30th, 4 p.m. AST. This would be a nightclub event. That is cool. So they're celebrating, or they're advertising an event through that. Astropheet Chai Casino open till 2 a.m. on Sephiroth. Tells you where there's a DJ going on as well. I'm guessing if you go to this website, you're going to find that DJ. Person's just listing their Twitch. They're not advertising anything. It's just, hey, check out my Twitch. And there is another bar going on. So a lot of these are roleplay areas as well, where you can just go there, hang out, people be role-playing various things, be like, hey, check out this. Would you like to have a cup of tea? And they just role-play certain things. The nightclubs, they usually have a DJ playing on Twitch or on Kick or anything like that, playing their own setup, and it has a video feed of a player house with people just dancing and vibing and having fun. It's always fun. Just to look at as well as check out. Then you have people who are trying to do different dungeons or raids, and they're just looking for parties to help them out. Sometimes you'll find a lot of people. The most fun ones are the treasure hunts. But I hardly ever touch this because I am very shy. I'm a super shy boy. Full of the forest. Ready to hear about the job then? Like I said, the request comes from our sister guild in Gridania. And that's all I know. Whatever it is you get asked to do, I know somehow doubt it'd pose any trouble for an adventurer that survived a bedlam in Cetacea. Think you might be interested? You'll want to have words with Mother Mione, me counterpart in Gridania. Good luck, mate. I'm gonna just teleport. Pretty sure that person had a quest, and I think it's to get... Oh. There's a bard performing. I have no clue how they get up here. But if you're a bard, you can play several instruments and it'll actually come up with a little keyboard on screen. And if you can actually play music, or you have a program that can do it for you, you can play little concerts for people. A little shortcut. Whoop. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Wages will come take your... Oh, not here to dine? Yeah, I hope that the adventurer Baderon sent word about. You are? The matron be praised. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mione, and the Carline Canopy is my place. With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you're ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Ready for the briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardon for interrupting me, Owen, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none stepped forward? And good morrow to you, Bow Lord. Bow Lord? Hello, the Bow Lord. My need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. The good news is, journey hasn't been wasted. Please report you have a volunteer at last. And one who comes highly recommended at that. Oh, it's a guy. Of course, Bow Lord. Can you play an instrument on your own here? If you unlock the Bard class, which is from becoming an archer, you can unlock playing instruments. And you have, like a harp, you have guitars, you have an electric guitar. You have little drums, like little bongos, tambourines. See if I can find... What would it be called? That isn't what I was hoping for. Like, I'm fast forwarding through a couple of videos just to... Again, this is... Hey, here's cutscenes around different parts of the game. Alright, so this is probably the best way to show it off. First, I'll meet Final Fantasy. Where is... If I turn this on... So this is obviously a YouTube video. But this is what some players do, where they have multiple people be able to play music together, and obviously as an audience. But they will turn up in random towns. And they make a full-on concert in the game. This window was blocking my head. So obviously at the moment, they're like, this is the Final Fantasy X song I put like to Zenikin. And it's like some of these people, it could be just one person, multiple accounts who are using programs. Sometimes people actually try to play things themselves. But every so often you can join, like, you log in and sometimes you just see a group of people just playing the music. You know, like, this is a 4-minute song. I'll probably end it in a second. But they're, like, I cannot seem to find the old videos. There used to be ones where you actually see the huge group of them. So, more than this, like, playing on screen, by the way. And this is what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people who are on stage. Like, playing music. And there are ones where it's close to 20 people playing as Lalafels, all dressed as Muggles, sitting in a town, and they're just playing music, and it just pops up as like the Moogle band. But when I look up the Moogle band, I can't find it. But I keep wanting to pause it, but it's like, no, just a bit longer. Okay, I gotta. But what players can do in this is incredible. Like, some people are able to, you know, do the music really well. There are people who, they're extraordinary when you see them do the raid content. There are people who can do the photo mode extremely well. Like, I say I'm good at the photo mode, but some people out there are insane on what they can do. And it's just incredible to see that players can do all this stuff. Thanks for answering the call, my friend. Name is Lewin, and I lead the men and women of the God's Quiver. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter, which we nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud lies an underground burial site called the Tamtara Deepcroft. The place was once a Gelmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long iterated our dead there. Or turned out dead there. Of late, however, shadow figures have been seen stalking about the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, doomsday cult which sprang up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would dispatch my best men to scour the Deepcroft with orders to flush out the cultists. Alas, calamity decimated our ranks. The limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the exile at bay. The birdmen have grown restless of late, and I fear a storm may be brewing in anticipation of this. I have been compelled to spread our forces throughout the Twelveswood, lest we be taken unawares. Situation so being, we must turn to others to deal with the Lambs of Dalamud. We rely on you to undertake this task, friend. You have my gratitude. Once you have seen your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard post at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? And the crystal guide you and keep you. Quest accepted! It's kind of looking around at the different people. I have unlocked the next area already. So I kind of needed to unlock the Chocobo Racing, but for the sake of continuity, we're just gonna run there. Oh wow, new area, achievement unlocked. We gotta unlock the map. Ha 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 ha. There's also a quest here, which is for the Hardy's Lavender Beds. That just unlocks the Lavender Beds as a housing district. Oh. It's thunder. But no rain. It's odd that the thunderstorm... Well, it's just called thunder. I'm guessing part of the lore is the trees block the rain. Even though you can actually see the sky, it's meant to be a really dense forest, so... Lore-wise, I guess that makes sense. I remember this dungeon. So a couple weeks back, Mailman was up to this one. I remember logging on with my Lalafell from a different server, and I don't want to say pester him, but I have kind of influenced his character lore because my Lalafell is meant to be his father, and he's like, no, you're my adoptive father. I'm like, right. He's like, yeah, my brother died. My character's edgy. I'm like, right, your brother who wanted to be a clown. It's like, my brother wasn't a clown. I'm like, oh, he definitely wanted to be. Kept it a secret from you. And like, he's like, no, my brother died when he was hit with an arrow. And it's like, right. An arrow hit him as a poison arrow and revealed he was a clown. Sure, what might have happened to Isidore had I not thought to pick the fruit I stumbled across on the way here. Sometimes he has too much vigor for his own good. Age is supposed to mellow us, but if anything, it has made us more impetuous. And Stanley's desire to make use of the time left to him. With one misstep, there won't be any. Ugh, childish curiosity prompted me to commit the most elementary of blunders. Not for the fruit that Eliane found, adventures may have well ended in this foreboding place. Always look before you leap. My haste for this most fundamental rule of entry slipped my mind. Do believe I shall rest here a while. I'm guessing he just jumped down. So we meet again. Can't say I'm surprised to see you here. Took the prize back in Limsa, but this time we will give you better sport, or I am not a true adventurer. Gods, I hate mausoleums. So much to disturb the dead in their slumber. Think of our goals, sister. One day our adventures will be the stuff of song. It'll all be worth it. So I thought I'd talk to them because it's interesting just to talk to the NPCs when they're not going to appear normally. Like, they're just there because of this quest. Hello, Soy Ring. Just wake up. You love clowns. Oh, I gotta show off my Lalafell a bit later then. He has a clown get-up for fun. You're next, I take it? Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Bow Lord has already informed you, but you're tasked to enter the Deep Cross and purge it of the Lambs of Delamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, Code emerged shortly before the Calamity. Put an end to this. Before the Calamity put an end to the 6th astral era. Codus took the Lesser Moon, Delamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. Devastation?
Such devastation!
That really has to be louder, but I love it. And so they were rather disappointed when Delamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think the Codus might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, only so to stoke the flames of their fantasism. I don't know. Lambs of Delamud are convinced that heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfere with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in the Deep Croft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. The sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. Alright. I am nervous of this. That popped instantly. My first run with other players. Oh my god, wish me luck, everyone. I'll swap to party chat in the game. My little Nick's head over there kind of blocks the party chat, and that's just to protect other players. So this is the Tam-Tara Deepcroft, where I guess they're trying to make a lesser moon themselves. Alright, so this is the entire team. So it looks like we have a white mage, so I can probably go a bit faster through this. Make sure I get a second one in. Thank you, White Mage. Like, the hard part is you kind of got to rush the team, but at the same time you can't rush them too fast. Defense up. That way the white mage can actually get some attacks in without just having to focus on healing me. Yeah. I wonder if anyone actually panicked about the fact I don't have a shield. Kill the priest. This one appears. And basically, just as tank, I'm meant to face the enemy away from them. 10-4 try not to pass out watching someone stream. I mean, if you pass out, it means you're sleepy still, and you need your rest. Alright, loot rules. I'm just gonna hit greed because... Alright, they let me have it. Thank you, team! I probably took on a bit too many here. But then again, the healer did well for keeping me alive. The healer won the coffer, and the next room's the boss room. I'm only gonna hit greed. Again, I don't think I need the pants. And also, thank you for sending me other luck before things. Ah, a blanket started to fall off my leg. What's cold in here? I don't think this enemy has any special moves that get the party. I will need that helmet. I already possessed the helmet. Alright, come on everyone. Going deeper in. Alright, the healer ran forward. I feel like that means I'm allowed to push a bit further in. Unless I'm misreading signals. And I hope I'm not misreading signals. I mean, you see what I mean when I say, like, I'm nervous about this? It's like, I don't know if what I'm doing is, yeah, right. Only this grip left. Gonna attack buff in and also weaken them. They got the item from that. Which means the door up here can be opened up, and then there's a mini boss, and then the big boss. So Red came with the first. Also, thank you for the boot. Thank you for the... Okay, that is very quiet boot. I've got to fix that. All right. And the bridge is made. Moon comes down. Who summons me from the void to reside within this mortal realm? Classic Final Fantasy creature right here. Alright, they seem ready. I get my defense up. I mean, this is a very low stakes fight, and I am panicking. Nothing else. Yeah, one more wave of additional spawns. We can hit him with the pointy end of the stick.
Cookie Alino _ says Temporal Nix is the best superhero we have. Simply because he never gives up, he never lets us down, never runs away, and deserts us. He never makes us cry, he never says goodbye and, most importantly, never tells a lie and hurt us.
And then you were that. Hello, Cookie. At the same time, I hope I did well. Oh, that's it, I did great. I said, as a tank main, I did awesome. I said, I was nervous, but that gives me energy. I also love that you use your stun liberally. Ah. Victory exercises. And I'll RP walk to the exit. And I got 2 player commendations, and I've reached level 30, so I got 1,000,000 kill. 1,000,000. All right, victory exercises. Here we go. Alright, so that's 3 redeems. That's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And Cookie has a redeem as well, so that's another 5. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I mean, look at this. Scale winner to 200%. 1,000,000. In 2,000,000 gills time, I can own a house. If I were to log on to a Lalafell and get someone's help, I could buy a house. Because I could just give myself some money. And at the same time, I have scale winner 200%. 2 player recommendations. 2 people thought I did well. It really doesn't take much to make me happy, by the way. But woo! You know what would happen if they said I did bad? You know what I would have felt?
Such devastation!
I really do need to find a way to make that louder. But for now, I like it. Oh, I really do need to give everyone more sound alerts to play with. Because I do have a couple of the new ones. For example...
I don't like you. I freaking love you, man.
Also a bit quiet. This means I can buy stuff. I don't have to wear just armor. But I'm level 30. That means I can become a paladin right now. That sound alerts. I mean, that one was from Final Space. I've got a couple Final Space ones. Because, like, from Persona 5, I have.
That was truly cringeworthy.
But I also felt from Final Space, a longer one, but also reflects the same emotions, is...
Wow, I feel so bad for me for having to watch that. Ugh, I want to take a bath.
Which, you know, kind of shows a little bit the same. And, you know, for when something disappointing happens.
Toast a marshmallow and get on with your life.
I don't see a lot of uses for it, but I thought I'd have it. And at the same time, one that I don't think I'm allowed to give to people, but I think I'm allowed to use it once or twice because of how cold it gets. One of my favorite lines from Final Space.
It's freezing out here. My nipples are chock full of icicles.
It's just a very weird line for anyone to say in any context. And for some reason I really like it. But I do need to get some more. I was trying to find ways to balance it out because I have 5 sound alerts at the moment. And it's, hey, there are 10 bits to use, or you can use channel points. But I think what I might do for the bit ones is have a couple where it's, hey, this is free if you subscribe. And then, you know, you're allowed to use as much as you want. Because in the long run, if you're going to spam it a lot, it's cheaper. But I think I can also do 10 free sound alerts now. So I can give it a little bit more for people to play with. But like at the moment, the ones people have is...
That was truly cringeworthy.
And... I'm gonna look around this area. Welcome back, Pearl. Reliably informed that your foray into the deep crop was a success. Nor did I expect anything less. But Darren's ringing endorsements left me in little doubt as to your capabilities. Even so, you are to be commended. Bo Lord Lewin asked me to pass on his thanks. Must say, it's like a relief to be able to call upon such a capable adventurer. Sadly, death has become an ever more common occurrence within our fraternity of late. Times being what they are, the guild is constantly inundated with petitions, and we are hard-pressed to find enough hands to deal with them all. While this means no shortage of work to be able to, or for able souls such as yourself, also provides ample opportunity for the inexperienced to overreach themselves, with predictable consequences. As if to illustrate the point. This is why I wasn't talking to the other people. I thought there's a moment you could actually find these 3, but actually technically 4. Because Avir is someone who's no longer here. If he is gone, it's all your fault. If he hadn't taken you an age to heal him, he would still be alive. But I tried. He bolted out of range before I could finish the spell. He shouldn't have been so hard pressed in the first place. We should have done more to lighten his burden. Bah! To hell's with this pathetic excuse for a party. I am leaving. It'll be too soon if I never see your faces again. Goodbye and good riddance. I'm leaving as well. Doubt this comes as any surprise, but I never liked you. I only suffered you for your healing, but you couldn't even do the one thing right. Cruel though this may sound, you brought this upon yourself. Oh, and by way of some parting advice, get rid of Avir's head, bury it, cremate it, do whatever the hells you like with it. But for God's sake, stop carrying it around. It's just get rid of it, alright? Wait, don't leave me alone, please. I'm so sorry, Avir. Please forgive me. So, like, I remember reading you could actually talk to them earlier on, but I have no clue when that was. But it's meant to be a party that had heard about you and wanted to live up to, you know, what you were setting as an example. The tank, who was hard-pressed to continue on. Hello, Chillmaker, welcome! Welcome to the channel, how you doing today? Just playing some Final Fantasy 14 and giving a little context to that scene. Whereas, like, Avir was really wanting to live up to your example that you, a very short-lived adventurer at this point, had set that he was pushing himself and got himself killed. That girl, whose name I've already forgotten, carries around his head and is actually used for a hard mode of the dungeon later on, and then is used for Palace of the Dead, which is a very good leveling dungeon. Remember at least one part we meet that party before this point. So that's what I thought as well, but I did not see him. So I'm a little bit sad. Wait, right before you enter Satasha, the group there outside the cave entrance. No, because they were different. Like, I walked up to them, and it showed 3 different people. Where it has, like, the male Rogadin, where it's bear something. He has green skin. They had a Lullafell with, like, a female Lullafell with darker skin, and I can't remember. Oh, the third one was a female Makote in leather armor. And then you see 2 other people. One of them's an old man in armor, and the other one is, I think, a Elizan who grabbed fruit to stop him. Doris Berry's after Satasha. Before... Oh, right. Oh, before entering Satasha. I didn't see him there. Okay, I am a little bit disappointed because I really wanted to talk to him and see a bit more of their story. But thank you for that info. That is actually quite useful. So I'm trying to remember things. Like, it's currently 20 minutes till 2 a.m. and I'm very tired, but I also know in 20 minutes the fan fest starts and they may show up the trailer for the next expansion. And so I'm staying up for it. I'm also going to put my weights down because I don't think anyone's going to redeem Make Me Exercise. Oh, but what server do you play on Chillmaker, if I may ask? I'm currently playing on Ravana. Seems like this has become all too common. Makes it 12 times in half as many days. Now you see why I'm grateful for adventurers of your experience. Send men like you on a mission without worrying that you might not return. Well, not so much at any rate. Speaking of missions, I would entrust you with another. But Bellica received a message from my counterpart in Oldar. Seeks the services of a reliable adventurer. You're nothing if not reliable. If you think you might be interested in the task, say the word, I'll be glad to share the details with you. Speaking things you might miss, remember that a couple of adventurers you see before Satasha, Temptara, and Copperbell have some info about Dolores Bear and his group outside the 3rd dungeon. Ooh. Main character I have is on Famfrit. What data center is Famfrit? Is that, I think, one of the Japan servers? Also, apologies if my voice got very drowned out just now. Oh, an NA on Primal. I really need to learn the other data centers. Because my main character is on Phoenix in Light. While... What is Broadening Horizons? Oh, it takes you through it, the other gate. But yeah, my main character's on Phoenix on Light, and this is my first time playing as a tank. Which is on the Australian server, since I am in Australia. Which is going quite well, in my opinion. Like, I'm currently using the Divine Beast Shield. I grinded away at Gold Saucer for it, just so I could have no shield. Don't always remember either. You usually have the list of servers and data centers open on a webpage. Ah, true. And that's quite smart. Oh. I shall respond when you return. I wish I could type tonight. So I think I have a few wishlist items that I kind of want. I mean, not these pants. I didn't bookmark any pants. But any black pants do, really. Maybe not these. Something that's a lot, like, not as tight. But this is kind of what I want as a glam. Welcome back, Fuel Maker. So, I was just kind of saying, this is what I want as a glam. I think I can almost afford it. Because it looks a bit familiar, doesn't it? I was told I needed to try and make my VTuber on here, which is quite difficult. But yeah, I was saying it's quite smart to have the servers and whatnot open, because I really do kind of mess up a bit. But this is my first time playing as a tank as well. Just because when I was playing on EU servers, my ping was 380. It was just ridiculous. Oh, it's only 55,000 for the pants. Alright, I'm gonna add it to my wish list. Look at the names of the two adventurers I mentioned. The one of the two you'd want to speak with at least is Alianne. Both of them have stuff to say, and don't stay there until you finish Copperbell. Ah, true. Soy Rang wants me to exercise. Soy Rang really likes me to exercise and stay healthy. Alright, 5 weights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why do you care about this? Ah, no one's selling punching gloves anymore. The last one sold. 30,000. 60,000. 644,000. Alright, that's the wrong one. That was the pants, not the weird skirty one. The other guy's name is Isildur. Ah! Is he a sealed door? Again, I apologize. I think... How much was this jacket? That was 200,000. But I don't think it... Actually, I can kind of see it. Saying their names in case he only knows the one, not the other. Pretty sure they're in a father-daughter team. I think they're the two that I've talked to before as well, where it's the old guy in armor. So I was like, oh, if I didn't stop to pick that fruit earlier, he'd be in serious trouble. Like, here's a lesson. Look before you leap. That is an adventurer's first thing to remember. I mean, I remember them, but I struggle to remember others. Alright, let's count. 200. Wait, I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to see... Because these are urban boots, I need to check out the other one, the rebel boots. Are these cheaper? 400. And... not much changes. So the reason I want these boots, by the way... Oh, wrong way. I have these sorts of boots, which are my own little combat style boots. So I'm just trying to get something that's close. I know this is a really dark purple, but it... Plum doesn't seem right. Maybe Gloom is better. Yeah, Gloom's definitely better. How far is my main story quest? I've done all but the last patch for the story. As a quick explanation, earlier this year, back in April, my hard drive died. I lost absolutely everything. I was devastated.
Such devastation.
Naito, thank you for the raid! Welcome, Raiders! Cheers to meet me. Let me just give you a quick shout out. Welcome, Raiders. For those who don't know, I am Temporal Next. I'm a superhero themed VTuber down here in Australia. You recognize Kuruba Naito? Small world. But how was your stream? How was Spiritfarer? Yeah, finish off what I was saying. Like, my hard drive died. Devastated. Such devastation. And it wasn't until recently I finally got all my UI and hotbars set up again. But then I started playing on this server, so I'm a little bit behind by about 10 missions. That's about it. Got rid of the annoying spirit. Ooh. That is a very buff rat. I'm kind of looking at buying this outfit, but it's going to cost me most of my 1 million I just got. But at the same time, like, the hard part, it's just the rebel boots. The boots cost 473,000. But yes, for the Raiders, I'm Temporal Next superhero themed VTuber, currently playing Final Fantasy 14. I've got 10 minutes until the FanFest thing starts.
Looks like we have another follower. Welcome to the channel.
Thank you so much for the follow, Chillmaker. I appreciate that. It also gives you 300 points that you can use to make me exercise. Now, if I buy the boots, that means I am settled into buying this glamour. You know what? I might as well. Stop umming and ahhing. Now the only thing I need is punching gloves. Not on this server. There could be on another server. This is where I find out the items I just bought are going to be cheaper on another server. And I am going to feel...
Such devastation.
Apparently near the start of Shadowbringers. Ooh. You have some amazing story coming up. I mean, the entire story is amazing. But, you know. This outfit is a worthy purchase. Thank you. Alright, visit another server. So one thing I hate is you can visit the other servers on Australia or Europe to any of the Europe, America to any of the America. But I want to visit my EU friends. Keep hearing that. Do enjoy the story from the start, even of ARR. Like, I enjoyed it as well. It is... Oh, my wishlist is empty. Punching gloves. 50,000. Okay. Wait. What was the dye that I needed? What is on here? It is Gloom Purple. Gloom P. Shops sell it for 40. Alright, one of these people sells dye. I believe they were over here. Vendor, Tinker, Culinarian, Apothecary. Okay, maybe I got the wrong path. Who was back here? Jeweler, Tailor, Carrier, Tools. I don't know where the dye vendor is. Have I got 7 minutes? Okay, it wasn't him. I'm now just checking everyone because panic. Oh, I can. I've unlocked dye. Because you get it at level 15. I made sure to grab it. Alright, Gloom Purple. $10 pots. Yeah, as soon as I did one of the quests near there, I was already level 15, so I bolted over, quickly did it. And now I need soot black dye. Ah! Alright, get the one for 7,000 in total. Run! I completely forgot I had an energy drink in front of me. Ah! Ah! Don't have late night energy drinks. It's not good for you. Innkeeper. Yes, yes, yes. Retire to the inn room. I've only got 6 minutes. Glamour dresser. Lawless jacket. That is fine. Punching gloves. Rebel boots. Southern Seas trousers. This was going to be my glamour, like just change up the colors, so sort of like, hey, I want this to be the purple. I thought, oh, that works because it's got the red scarf. But I feel like some bits are just too long or too busy. Alright, purple. Purple. Black. Save. Yes. And over here, to fit my VTuber. Purple. I think... make it those boots. Yeah, we'll just dye them. Don't really need anything on the hair. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you for streaming. I had a lot of fun. Can you get a farewell exercise? You can. And I hope you have a good night's sleep, Professor Figs. It was nice having you here. I'm probably not going to be online for much longer either, because the thing starts in 3.5 minutes. I was tempted to stream it, but I probably better not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that's 25. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 25 weightlifts for you. Have a good night, Professor Figs. Thank you for that. And now, so that way we have to use the glamour, we can't just stick it to the armor. We have the one I spent actual money on. Probably didn't need to spend money on it, but it has the scarf, and I kind of like the scarf. He just needs a helmet. We have the new one, which I do like. And we also have Soy Rang's favorite, the maid. That's for you, Soy Rang. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, but they're still wearing pants. The pants don't come off. I mean, in all honesty, if I was using an actual webcam and for some reason I was gifted a maid dress going, oh, go on, here you go. Use it for the stream.
Swan says Smash Kerr's in love.
Like, I would probably use it. Like, I'd wear it once or something on the stream, but that's about it. And also he has the... Why not? But nah, I really like this glamour set. It's as close as I can get to my VTuber at the moment. But I will have to wrap up here because the thing starts very, 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 very shortly. Like, any second now. So thank you all so much for coming on by. I really do appreciate it. I'd raid someone, but I don't know who to raid. I'll raid Aviana. They're playing Monster Hunter. They like to play with viewers. But do take care of yourselves. It's always nice doing these little bonus streams as well. I enjoy having you all come on by. But do take care. And I'll hopefully see you all next time. Because I am also getting very, very sleepy. Take care, everyone.